y'all, so today we are talking about patterns. So patterns are an image or a picture that's repeated over and over again. So patterns could be really simple, like using just a different color, using a different shape, or a different type of line. But each pattern has its own rule that you have to figure out. So I have a pattern on the board behind me. We start off with a pink circle, then a green circle, pink circle, green circle, pink circle, and what do you think comes next? Yep, green circle. So we're going to try and practice another pattern. In this one, all we changed was the color. We went pink, green, and green. In the next pattern, we're going to look at the shape. So now we're looking at shape, and what do you think changes in this pattern? What shapes we're using? Let's see. Triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle. What's left? Square. Good job. We're going to look at one more pattern and let's see if you can figure out what's changing. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's changing in this pattern and what its rule is. The best way to figure this out is to say it out loud. If you're in class, you don't have to say it really loud. You can whisper it to yourself. But we're going to try and say it out loud. All right, we're ready? Green, zigzag, orange, squiggle, green, zigzag, orange, squiggle, green, zigzag. So what's next? What color should it be? Orange. Now, what is it, a zigzag or a squiggle? It would be an orange squiggle. Good. So there was two things that were changing in this pattern, not just the type of line, but also its color. So keep that in mind. Now you can find patterns anywhere you look. There's patterns on our clothes. There's patterns in math and the way we count. There's patterns when we're reading, when you're thinking about the sounds of the letters. Rhyming words are patterns. And if the best pattern there is in music. When you're trying to keep a beat, you're making a pattern with sound. It's really easy to figure out what a pattern is if you're keeping a beat while you're singing it out loud, and then you're making music. So it's going to help you figure out what comes next, and then you're also becoming a better musician. Now continue watching this video to figure out how to do your assignment. So your job is to make your very own fall blanket using patterns, and you're going to use patterns just like the ones we did before as an example. And the way you can make these patterns is just by dragging the objects from the bottom of the page into the pink square. I'm starting here with a sunflower because sunflowers are my favorite, and then I'm going to decide what I want to use next. A leaf. So because I have gone sunflower leaf, I need to do my sunflower again, my leaf, then my sunflower, and then my leaf until I finish out the blanket. I'm going to do another pattern right below that one, so I'm starting out with an orange leaf and then a wreath. My orange leaf and then my wreath until I finish out the blanket, same as before. I'm going to continue making patterns until I reach the bottom of my blanket. And now I want you to create your own patterns. I made a mistake here when I got close to the end of my blanket. See if you can figure out where my mistake is. When you are finished putting all your patterns on your blanket, then you can decide whether or not you would like to decorate it. I'm using the highlighter tool just to go over the top of my designs and not cover them up and color in my blanket a little bit. Now I'm just going back with my eraser tool and cleaning up the edges and then adding some little fringe on the outside of my blanket because when my husband made me a blanket, we had the little fringe on the outside of it, so that's what I like. When you are finished, hit that green check mark.